Hi, good morning. I'm Rodney Thomas, graduate student from Georgia Southern University. Today we're going to be interviewing Mr. John Bailey. Mr. Bailey, you can go ahead and introduce yourself and give your title.
Yeah, I'm John Bailey. I'm the technology director for Camden County Schools.
All right. So, Mr. Bailey, what type of degree is required for your position?
Well, it would be if you were starting out in it would be probably a master's in computer science or in just computer networking and computer repair doesn't have a real like master's degree other than
Right.
just information systems or some generic degree. Mine's actually in aviation maintenance.
Wow.
So um, but it comes with 30 years experience in the computer field. So, it kind of works out that way.
Oh, great. All right. So, what are your job responsibilities?
Um, I'm responsible for all the technology. Pretty much if it's got a cord on it, it's mine in Camden County Schools. We're one-to-one with all the students. All the teachers have laptops, all the ViewSonic panels for in-classroom interactive boards, all that kind of stuff is mine, as well as all the infrastructure and background stuff, all the security type stuff, keeping everything safe.
Okay. I know some of the schools are remote learning, some of the high schools, some classes. So how are we meeting the needs of those students and faculty for remote learning?
We don't do any remote learning in-house. Now, some of them do use like Georgia Virtual to do a class or two here and there. And they just use their Chromebooks. The Chromebooks are all capable of remote Zoom or however they're doing it.
Okay. So their parents and the parents and students understand the Chromebooks and they know exactly what to do as they are remote learning from home.
Yes, some of them understand them too well.
Hmm, I got it. So what are typical daily activities for your job?
Um, a lot of it's reactionary, depends on what breaks today or what needs come up that somebody forgot to tell me about.
Yes.
Uh, Part of it is planning as far as attending curriculum meetings to see what they're planning so we can meet them with technology. Some of it is life cycle management of the existing technology, budgeting for replacement. Um, I said with one-to-one Chromebooks with all the students, we have to replace them on a cycle. So um, it really depends on the day, but a lot of it's taken up in planning both for the future and to keep what we have going.
All right. Sound like you stay busy. All right. So my next question is a two-part. Do you have a budget that you control? And how do you make decisions on selecting resources for your stakeholders?
I do have a budget out of several different uh, types of money in school systems. Some of it's general fund money, some of it's eSPLOS money, and then there's a federal budget. There's a federal program called E-rate that we use to pay for some of our infrastructure type stuff. So there are several budgets to maintain, and figuring out what comes out of each budget and what we can afford out of each budget is part of it.
Okay. So as a technology coordinator, have you had an opportunity to impact, I know you have, technology implementation throughout our school system? And would you describe a specific example?
I've been here a long time. We've done everything from laptops for teachers, interactive boards for teachers, and the one-to-one program for students. I had a hand in all that stuff.
Okay. Now, does the county have a committee, technology committee?
Not so much anymore. We used to have different times, I guess. We're not so much on committees as we used to be.
Okay. Now, how are technology decisions made?
They go through our regular process. We meet here with the administrative team at the central office meets and then the principals meet with that central office team. And so most new things go that way. They go through the central office team first, and then we bring in the principals, and then we expand from there and bring in, teachers or certain committees at the schools.
So what do you think is the best part of your job?
Getting new toys to play with all the time helps. But providing the tools people need to do their job and trying to make their job easier.
Okay, that sounds good. Uh, that's all my questions, Mr. Billy. Do you have anything else? Any new projects coming up?
No, not, we're just continuing to upgrade the infrastructure and continuing to upgrade the security stance of the network. And that's really our focus right now.
So speaking of security, how I know we get ready to go into EOG testing. Can you tell me about that? I know that has to be a process with all the schools testing at the same time.
Yeah, it's really something we build for all the time. So when it gets here, it's really not that big of a deal. The biggest part of it, honestly, is teachers. Some teachers are very nervous, and some of them want to blame technology right away as soon as every little thing happens. So, managing teachers and expectations is the biggest part of it. The network part is either there or it's not at this point, where we build it to be there all the time. Naturally, if something breaks, we get into lightning season as testing season comes. So if we have a lightning storm the night before, sometimes it's a bit more of an exciting day.
Okay. Well, that's all, Mr. Bailey. I thank you for your interview and you have a great morning.
All right, you too. Thank you.